Welcome back, everyone. Burt's here. Season is over. No more stressful situations. No more spending money on unnecessary things due to the current driver lineup. We got a little bit of money. Let's double check and see if... So we're not quite done with the scouting. Let's actually back out. Tab to the calendar. Looks like we're going to be done with our scouts here soon. So we can't develop any more new parts for the next season. Let's go ahead and let's actually tab here. Contract. We have 1 month left. 1 month left. So I think we can sneak ahead to this scout here because I want to scout these drivers and then do contracts for everyone all at once. So let's go ahead and actually check our inbox before we move ahead. And Formula 2 champion. Look at our boy. We're going to have to move him straight into a seat, I think. That's very impressive. Good thing we scouted him pretty early. Max and Red Bull win. Of course they do. Pretty good season for, obviously, Red Bull and Max. Charles, pretty close to Max. Obviously much closer than anyone's really been in real life to Max in the recent years. So that's good to see. And Haas coming in. 11 points, double-digit points. See where our drivers landed. 12th and 13th with Lando finishing ahead of us with 9 points total. So, you know, pretty even as far as performance between the two drivers that we currently have. But we need to switch them out for some better ones. And I think we're not going to need to worry about any of this because we're not researching any of the car or doing any more racing. So I'm going to leave that alone. Let's go ahead and skip ahead and check on our scouting results. That is, yep, already checked that. Alrighty, Zane Maloney. Quick little, so he's got a high development rate and a high aggression level. Very good to see. And let's actually see where his weak points are. Reactions and adaptability. So adaptability, I believe, is for rainy conditions. And I believe reactions is as well. Let's check on Richard Verschoor. So a little bit better with the reaction, kind of a little bit better overall, and high development, high aggression. So I think he's going to be maybe one to stick in our second seat here. And we need to get a new reserve driver also. So let's go to our scouting tab. Let's go to drivers and let's tab here to scouting data. So these are the drivers that we have fully scouted. We definitely want to get Theo in as car number 1. So let's click here. Let's click on his performance. Yep, very happy with Theo. We can definitely get his overtaking ability improved. And he's got a high aggression level, so he's going to be aggressive. His current contract, he's got 1 month left, and he's making about 1.2. So to essentially propose a contract, you're going to want to obviously come over here to the scouting tab and click on propose contract. So we're gonna want to put him in car number 1. Let's offer him 3 seasons. Actually, let's do 2 seasons. And this is his current salary, so let's increase to, let's say, let's do 1.9 roughly. Here we go, 1.907. Let's actually give him a signing bonus of 200 just to entice him a little bit more. And let's give him a race bonus. So we'll give him an extra, let's say 25 Gs for every P10. If he gets a point, we'll give him an extra 25 Gs. And alrighty. So it is going to cost us to replace Kevin Magnussen, I believe, because he does have some time left on his contract. But that's okay, because we want to get some new faces in here. And we'll go ahead and send that proposal over, and let's see what he said. He accepted it completely. So let's go ahead and get Theo in that first seat. So it is going to cost us to get rid of Kevin, but I think that's okay. Go ahead and do it. Theo coming in. Car number 1. Next season. Okay, so it's not going to show us him in the seat right now. He'll be coming in next season. And let's go back to scouting, tab over to drivers. And it looks like we're already here. So Ollie Behrman, 78. Richard is, let's check out Richard actually. Let's check on his performance. So it looks like, okay, so the standard scouting, looks like it gave us pretty much everything we really needed to know. His aggression and his development rate. It doesn't show us his current contract, which is okay. His performance is pretty good. You know what? Let's just try him out. Let's try him out in that second seat. Car number 2, 2 seasons. Salary, we don't know what his current salary is, so let's probably do the same. Let's actually do like one, yeah, let's do the same, 1.9. Let's give him, say 150, let's do 175 actually, signing, and let's give him the same, 25 grand for every 10th P. And let's see how he responds to this. And he accepted it. He's not, so from here you can kind of see he has a slightly negative response to the season. Obviously probably wants to be on for longer, but he is happy with everything else. So overall he will accept this contract. So let's go ahead and get him hired on. 2 brand new drivers coming in. And let's tab back over to scouting. Let's go ahead and get rid of Pietro as well. I think we're gonna want to bring Ollie or Zane in. Let's check on Ollie. He's got a high development, but he's got an average aggression level. And let's go back to Zane. He's a bit younger, or a bit older than Ollie. High aggression level. Do we want a real young lineup? You know what? I think we do. Let's go ahead and propose a contract for Zane. Let's put him in the reserve seat. 2 seasons. And let's give him a salary. Let's see. Let's do $1 million here. Or I wonder if $1 million's too much. $1 million might be too much. Let's offer $750 to start off and see how he takes that. And let's give him a $75K sign-on bonus. And see how he reacts to that. I have a feeling, yeah, okay. So this was declined salary. So we definitely got to increase that. So what we can do from here, let's see. So he declined the contract. Let's back out. We're gonna do, okay, sweet. So it takes us right back into this. So let's take it up to $1 million. Maybe let's do 1.25 and see if that's a better enticement. And the more and more we kind of negotiate, so yeah, he declined the offer. So it still says he's open to negotiation. So he's okay with the salary, and he's neutral to the season length. Okay, let's back out again. I don't know if I want to increase. I suppose we're gonna have to, aren't we? Let's do 1.4. Or I suppose 1.5. Let's do 1.5 for 3 seasons. Let's see if he's gonna like that. Alrighty, so he accepted it. Perfect. So he's starting to lose a little bit of patience with us. So we'll go ahead and hire him on for our new reserve seat. There we go. Whole new lineup for Team Haas. Brand new lineup. And this is just letting us know that we hired on these drivers. Let's go ahead and go to the staff because we're definitely going to want to end or extend their contracts. So let's go ahead and do this. Go to contract, and we're going to renew their contract. And I believe we wanted to do 2 seasons because Melvin is going to have it. Yeah, so we're going to want to do a 2-season contract here. And let's increase his salary because he's pretty solid. And let's give him another signing bonus. Why not? You know, give him a 200. Show him we love him. And hopefully he likes it. Let's check it out. Simone, he doesn't like it. He wants more money. He said he needs more money. All right, let's offer him more. Let's give him 2 here. I think he's a pretty important member of our team, but it was pretty negative response. So let's actually do 2.25. Hopefully that's a nice enticement for him. Oh, he's still not happy. He wants more money. All right, Simone. Now let's try 3. Can I get a 3? Let's actually do 3.25 just to be safe. I think he's worth it. He's pretty good. He's actually a pretty good staff member. He's starting to lose a little bit of patience, though. Hopefully we're not gonna make him mad. There we go. Okay. Whew. Close one. He's happy now. Let's go ahead and renew his contract. Excellent work. Thank you, sir. And let's go ahead and renew the contract for our race engineers. Let's do 2 seasons. Let's give Gary a bit more money. Let's give him 1.5. Let's start there. Hopefully he'll be happy with that. And let's give him a $150,000 sign-on. And send it. He is happy. Perfect. Thank you, Gary. Good work there. We're going to go ahead and renew that contract with Mr. Gary Gannon. And Mr. Mark, you're coming up. You're our last one. We like you. You're real good, my friend. He is a little pricier, so let's go to 1.8 here. Let's give him a 200,000 sign-on. And let's see how he likes it. He likes it. Thank you, sir. Mark Slade, happy. Alrighty, all of our staff is happy. That's good to see. Sweet. So we got a whole new lineup coming with drivers. Staff is gonna stay the same. Go ahead and mark all those as red. Tab to calendar. And let's jump ahead here. And let's check our inbox. And here we go. Staff changes. And so this is kind of an overview of obviously if we would have made any changes, we would see them here. But these are our contract renewals. So everyone's staying on. Aaron Melvin got 1 more year. Oh, actually I should have done 1 more year. Or 3 years. I did mess that up a little bit. I should have done 3 years. So when his contract expired, I could have offered him a 2-year and then everyone would have been lined up. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I think we should be alright. Driver changes. Here we go. Theo coming in front seat. Richard. I've actually never seen anything about him in real life, so I'm very curious to see how he's going to perform. And Zane, I think I picked him up in the last game, F1 Manager 22, when I played. Or at least I had him in my reserve also. He did pretty well. So let's see how the new boys do next season. And the board currently has a high confidence in us. And they're still happy with us. Driver development update. So K-Mag is improving, but he didn't improve, how we wanted him to. So we're going to drop them. They're already dropped. It's too late. Too late to go back. So it looks like we're going to go ahead and get a new pit regimen going. Alrighty, so we're definitely going to want to focus on pit stop errors. Pit stop time, car building, no, so pit stop errors for sure. Be most beneficial. Drill focus, let's add some more car building days into here. And let's really work them here because, we're not doing any racing, so it's okay. We're going to, work them pretty hard. We're not really improving on the car building. That's alright. Keep on cruising with that. Trying to get this attribute point up to 2, but it's not working. So I think that's gonna do it here for us. So we'll just have them rest here because we're gonna start pushing them a bit too hard. That's all right. We're gonna gain some really good attributes. Let's actually come into here and instead of jacks, let's do car release. Because we're the lowest on car release, so let's change some of these out on the car release priority. So that's going to give us 7, 64, 68. So this is pretty good. I like, we're up to 64 here at the end, 72, 70, 70, and then 68 here. So I think that's pretty solid. Let's go ahead and confirm this. That's going to be great. Work that pit crew. And I believe, let's see. Let's just go ahead and double check our development and make sure we're still focusing on the things we need to focus on. So suspension, side pods, front wing, and chassis are his weak points. So let's make sure suspension, chassis, underfloor, side pod, underfloor, rear wing, front wing, side pod, underfloor, front rear suspension, suspension, side pod, chassis. That's actually perfect right there. That's the three. That's the three we need. Bodywork, perfect. So let's go ahead and switch that development over. Let's check on Aaron. Looks like 77 and quite a few 78s here. So high speed downforce. And let's see if we can get 3 78s with that 77. So there's the 4 78s. 4 78s. So it looks like this is gonna be probably the best bet still. Drag reduction, airflow management. Let's actually do this one, because we definitely want to increase our drag reduction. So let's switch over to ground effect. And let's check on Gary. So we need to focus him on communication, and then really any one of these two. Let's do feedback. Communication and feedback. Yep, let's switch that over. There we go. Perfect. And let's check on Mark. And communication and composure. Perfect. So that's still, let's just kind of leave him rocking on there. And Toby. Let's check on Toby. Leadership and processes. Actually, leadership and training. Sorry, we definitely want to focus on that. Training and processes. Leadership and training. Is that what I wanted? Yes, leadership and training. So drill planning. Perfect. So now everyone's kind of reset here. And then once we get our new drivers in the pen here, then we will get them started up on a training regime. Front wing research complete. Good to see. So I'm pretty much done with all of our research for the season. Huge benefit here. 63 to 69. Excellent to see. Airflow sensitivity 61 to 67. So that really did help us out. So hopefully that's gonna give us a real good buff for the next season. And that last research project that we did on the side pods is gonna finish up here before the new season starts. So let's go ahead and keep on jumping through this. Ooh, looks like overall rating decreased. Interesting. I wonder why that happened. I wonder what happened. Is he not in the must be not using the simulator. Well, I guess it's the end of season, so they're all just kind of sitting around, so that would make sense. Let's go ahead and jump ahead again. Looks like we got something else that requires our response. Reduce the factory obligations due to calendar conflicts with them. Reduce the total amount of sponsorship funding we receive, but we'd get those manufacturing days back. I suppose that's okay, because this season's about to end, so it doesn't really have a huge effect on us anymore. Let's go ahead and jump ahead, and the side pod research complete for next season. Let's go ahead and check that out as well. I think this wasn't a huge benefit, but a benefit nonetheless. So we're going to increase our drag reduction, which is important, by about 2%. 2.1 is some change, it looks like. And we're going to increase our airflow middle by a good amount as well. So let's keep on trucking. Skip through all these. We're getting some money built up. And here we go. New season. Time to jump into the 2024 season. So this is the end of season Results came in 10th for the fastest pit stops. Yeah. Hopefully we can maybe move up the grid and the pit stop time for next season. But we, got an extra 600K out of that, so can't complain too much. Oh, his morale is a little low. It's all right, Toby. That's all right. Just hang in there. And the board has a high confidence in us. So nice work, team. K-Mag came in 12th in the Drivers' Championship. Hulk came in 13th. We came in 6th as a whole team with 11 points there. Hanging on to that P6. Thank goodness. So we increased our team rating by 1 star. Nice work. So maybe some people will be wanting to join the team if we can be competitive next season. But I think we're going to hang on to our young drivers for a while, see if we can develop them and see if this, new class of driver can bring us a championship. See if we can get the car, super nice under their boots. So, yep, so we finished good here. So this is the long-term objective. So by 2027, the board wants us to score podiums at least 6 times overall by this season. So we got 4 seasons total to get at least 6 podiums. I think that's very possible. Just got to keep trucking through with the development on the car. And yes, so we improved our team principal rating a little bit. Didn't improve the team rating overall, but our team principal rating has been improved. Nice. A little 1.5 milli bonus at the end for having a high board confidence. Thank you, board. I'm glad I could at least show you we got a little something in the tank. It might not be much, but we got a little something in the tank. This is just letting us know we have idle engineers, but that's okay. And here are the regulation changes for next season. So there is that pole position bonus point in effect. And we have lost these performance values for these parts for next season. But we've been researching that, so I think we've gained those back, hopefully. We're definitely going to find out really soon. But while we've got some money, while we got some time, let's go ahead and upgrade some facilities. So you can see here our conditions dropping on these facilities. We're going to want to upgrade them instead of repair them because it's just going to be a better increase overall. Let's see. Do we want to upgrade the design center? That's definitely going to be a huge help for everything else, as is the wind tunnel. I believe we're at in the CFD simulator. So we have 16. I think we could do... Let's actually do the factory. Let's go ahead and do this one. It's cost us 7. And how much is it? So 11, 5, 10, and 10. 10 and 12. So we actually can't do another one. But as we progress, we'll get a little bit more money, and hopefully we can start a new upgrade here soon. But let's go back to calendar and tab ahead, and this is going to prompt us to start the brand new season. So now we have the option to accept the new targets, kind of continue on what we've been doing, or switch a team. So you absolutely have the ability right now to switch a team and try somebody else out if you'd like, or keep trucking with the current team you have accepted. All right, we're gonna accept the target, stick with Haas. We're definitely gonna want, we're gonna stick with the boys, stick with the team, stick with the American team. We want to make Haas great. Make Haas great. So from here, I believe I've mentioned this a few times prior, in some previous videos, but from here we're going to be able to change around some of these obligations. So you can, based on how you change these around, gives you more money, but it also takes away from certain aspects. So with the merchandising, let's see, preseason cost is going to cost us, but we're going to get a lot per race. Let's actually bump this up. Let's see if we can get a milli per race, 5,000 units. I know it's let's push the merchandise. Race day factory event. So from here you can see Car parts manufacturing is paused for the day of the race session. Emergency parts will still be available. So we can shut down the part manufacturing for race day events. So that's for pretty much all of them. We can increase to all of them for, you know, an extra 60 grand. I don't really think it's worth it personally. So factory event, kind of similar thing. Parts manufacturing is paused for those days. I think that's fine there. Hospitality, the pit crew's performance will decrease on each race day that the team hosts sponsors in the pit. So, decrease. So it's actually, oh, I can't reduce it any more than 10, unfortunately. Okay, let's leave that there. Driver appearance, let's see. Oh, of course. "15 appearance weekends, and their development is paused." I suppose let's just leave it at car 1, and I wish we could change. You know what? Let's do it for both. Why not? We'll get some more money out of that. Race weekend driver appearance. So 14 media appearances. Let's actually reduce this down to the least, but do both of them. Race simulator events. So we could have simulator events, but that's obviously going to take away from the training that the drivers can do. So I think we'll leave that alone. Memorability event. The morale boost will be paused on the day of each event. So let's see. If we click this and edit this, let's see what the most is. So, you know, we're only getting 145, so I don't think that's really worth it. Let's cancel that, and I think let's just leave that there. We just made a few changes here, and let's just, you know, continue on and confirm this. So we're gonna get a much larger preseason lump sum, and we're gonna start making more per race. So that's good to see. And this is just showing us our balance and the. Let's see. So we increased. Okay, so you can see here that we dropped 6%, but we were able to research 8%, so that's good. And we were able to research roughly double what the drop was for the chassis. And for the side pods, pretty close. So we actually balanced out with the airflow, but increased our drag reduction slightly. So we're probably going to want to develop a pretty strong side pod from the get-go next season. Season prize share. So nothing has changed for this season as far as the prize sharing goes. And there has been some changes to the points allocation for pole position. Here we go. Yes. Alrighty, let's go ahead and hit continue. So we do have an option also here to switch powertrain manufacturers if you'd like. Obviously, Haas uses the Ferrari power unit in real life, and I think I am going to stick with the Ferrari unit. But pretty neat. Obviously, if you do want to switch to a different unit, come through here, and if you just hover over essentially each attribute, it tells you, you know, the effect on the car performance and other aspects based on these percentages. So the higher percentages obviously are the better, I believe, except for the power loss threshold. So for example here, it says the maximum durability that the powertrain can wear down before it starts losing power output. So essentially that's saying with this Ferrari unit that we have, once the engine reaches an 80% durability, it does start to reduce the performance of the engine. Whereas the Mercedes is very durable. It can get down all the way to 65% before it starts losing a significant amount of performance. So, you know, each of these values are different, and it does have an effect on, obviously, your overall performance. So if you are interested in that, you know, spend some time, kind of read through these, look at the percentages, kind of find the right combination of attributes for what you're going after performance-wise. But I'm going to stick with the Ferrari unit here. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. Oh, there we go. And we're jumping into the next season. And it looks like... So I can see... Interesting. I wonder why it still has these guys in our... Okay, there it goes. So it just switched up. That was a weird little glitch there. So now it's showing our current drivers. Nice work, nice work. Let's check our inbox out because it is going to let us know how the driver lineup went as far as the season change itself. So 2023 performance, we have increased 2024 quite a bit. So nice work, team, pit crew. I wonder, is that because it just has reset? Interesting. So we're going to check on the pit crew performance here soon. Looks like we have some brand new ATR points. I believe we're able to... I believe we're going to be able to start... Yes, so it does start today. So we can start developing some car parts for the season opener before it even begins. So we can't start research yet, obviously. Still too early, but we can definitely design and manufacture new parts for this season. Obviously, so the regulation changes from last season are now in effect. Check our development, and it doesn't matter here because these drivers are no longer on our team. So let's tab to calendar here. And before we move ahead, let's actually go to cars, go to part development, and let's start designing a brand new part. I think, so, actually, let me back out really fast. And let's just check the calendar one more time. So the new ATR period started here. February, so it's like February 23rd is round 1 in Bahrain. And we're gonna get a new ATR period in between round 1 and round 2 of 2024. So we're gonna want to time our upgrades accordingly. So let's go back over to cars, go to car part development and start designing a new part. Since we are pretty even on the side pods, let's go ahead and design a new side pod. Let's split the allocation points again. It's gonna be, let's see, 2.8, 2.9. Let's do 2.9 and maybe 30, 38. Perfect. So hit next here, and let's tab over to probably optimized race performance 0. Definitely race performance here. So drag reduction, and let's actually decrease by a little bit. Yeah, let's go back on the durability by 1 tab so we can, you know, decrease our weight a little bit. Maybe that's going to make us a bit more competitive. We are losing quite a bit on the engine cooling. So let's bring the engine cooling, see if we can bring it neutral here. And that's about as best we can do, but we are now down to a quarter, roughly a quarter increase on the KPH. And optimized cooling, of course, is going to give us the maximum amount of cooling. Let's see about doing this. I mean, I suppose let's increase all of these here. It's going to give us the minimal buff for everything, which is unfortunate. Let's go back to race performance, actually. I like that there. And let's bring this back 1 click as well. And instead of bottoming this out, let's increase just a bit. There we go. So we're at a 4/10 of a gain on our top speed there. So I feel pretty comfortable there. Feel pretty solid there. So let's go ahead and get this in development. Do 5. Let's do an intense. Oh, we don't have enough money. Not enough money. So let's see. It's gonna take 25 days and it's 53 before our first one. So that's okay. So let's actually confirm that. and get the side pods going. And let's go ahead and start a new one. We got about 1.3 left, so we're only gonna really be able to do either the suspension or the chassis. Let's try. Let's try the suspension here, and let's put the rest of our points into this, and the rest of our wind tunnel hours as well. Click confirm. Let's tab over to race performance. And I think that's going to be pretty solid. That is going to mess up our brake cooling, obviously. Let's bring the lifespan back a bit and bring our cooling up just a little bit. Actually, let's just leave it there. Let's leave it there. Maybe next time we'll potentially research a cooling one. Let's go ahead and hit next and go to 5 engineers. We don't have enough money for the intense approach, but we do for the normal. So we'll go ahead and confirm that and get some designs going. And let's go back to calendar and skip ahead. And it looks like it's time to get a new pit training schedule going. So let's tab over to pit stop errors, pit stop time, car building, fatigue reduction. Let's do pit stop errors for sure, and let's add some car building days in here. See if we can get the car building up here back to 0. And it doesn't look like we're gonna get the car building to 0, but potentially we are gonna wear them out. Yeah, I don't think we should do that. So that's about the best we're gonna be able to get them right here. But I do like that. I think we're gonna go ahead and confirm that. And we'll most likely have to reset that before the beginning of the season as well. Let's go ahead and continue on. Check our inbox. So here's the team roster for 2024 season. Let's see if any other team has made changes. This is always fun to look at, especially the more and more you progress in the game, you know, play more and more seasons. It's pretty funny to see where some of the drivers end up. So let's go ahead and scroll down. It looks like no real changes to the main drivers of Red Bull and Ferrari. Looks like they picked up a couple different reserves here. Looks like Mercedes and Aston Martin are sticking with who they got. Looks like the other driver that we scouted, Dennis, he's now Mercedes reserve driver. Let's check out Alpine. Alpine has stayed the same. They've kept the all-French lineup, and they added Ayumu Iwasa, the Japanese driver that actually stood in P1 for Danny Ricciardo in the Visa Cash App RB team for the Tokyo Japanese Grand Prix 2024. Pretty neat to see. And here's our new lineup. Nice work. Pretty good lineup here, I would say. And let's check out McLaren. McLaren's stuck with the same. They did pick up Mr. Jack Doohan for the reserve seat. Looks like Williams actually grabbed Joe Guan Yu. I wonder what happened to Mr. Sargent. Wow, look at this. K-Mag over to AlphaTauri along with Danny Rick. And they got Liam Lawson as the reserve. Looks like Valtteri and Yuki on Alfa Romeo. And it doesn't look like Mr. Hulkenberg made it back to the grid. Interesting. Formula 3 driver roster. So there's obviously a new lineup of people. If you want to start scouting any of them. Formula 2 driving roster. It'd be pretty funny to see if Hulk got dropped back down to Formula 2. It does not look like it, though. Looks like Hulk is on the sidelines this season. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, it would take longer to design the side side pod project than we first thought. Interesting, interesting. So we could pay them overtime to get it done on the original date, or just have them extend it just a little bit. I think that's okay. We'll go ahead and change that deadline. I think that's not too big of an issue. And actually, while we're thinking about our drivers, let's get our driver development set up for our new boys. So we definitely want to get Theo upgrading his overtaking, his defending, and smoothness. It looks like are going to be our main focuses, and then adaptability. So overtaking, defending, I'm pretty sure it's going to be race strategy. Overtaking, defending, and smoothness. Overtaking, defending, control, and braking. So I think overtaking, defending, and smoothness is going to be what we want to focus on. Yep. So let's click on the race strategy, because it's going to give us overtaking, defending, smoothness, and then buff on the reaction. So that's good to see. And we'll go ahead and get Richard developing as well. So reactions for sure. And cornering, it looks like, as well as overtaking at 77. So reactions, cornering, and overtaking. Let's see if we can find that one. Reactions, cornering, and overtaking. Reactions, cornering, smoothness, adaptability, cornering, braking, reactions, overtaking, defending, smoothness, control, smoothness, accuracy, and overtaking. So reactions, this is gonna be what we want, and cornering. So reactions and cornering minimums. So see if we can get those. Reactions and cornering. I think the pace long runs is gonna be the only one that has reactions and cornering together. Yeah, so let's do the pace long runs. That should be good development path for him. Let's tab over to Zane. Let's see, adaptability, reactions, and braking. So adaptability, reactions, and braking. I think it's gonna be wet track. Adaptability, accuracy, adaptability, reactions, braking. Adaptability, reactions. So let's see, reactions and adaptability we want at least together, because those are our lowest. So adaptability and reactions, is that what I said? I keep losing track of myself. Adaptability and reactions. Adaptability, reactions. So it looks like it's going to be the pace long runs again. Oops. Yep, so pace long run as well for Zane. Alrighty, so our drivers are now on a development path, and let's go ahead and keep on cruising. Skip ahead to that next issue there. Nice. Aaron Melvin upgrading, good to see. We got idle scouts, that is okay. I think we're okay with our staff and drivers currently. So let's keep skipping ahead, get to this new design. Nice to see. Zane already jumping up. Good work there, Zane. Let's mark all this red there. Yep, already. And jump ahead again, and our design for the suspension has been complete. Nice work, nice work. Let's check this out. Actually, it's not really going to show us a huge thing, so let's tab over here to cars. We do have some time before the next period, and we can potentially go ahead and design a new chassis as well. It's not a huge buff, but a buff nonetheless. Yeah, let's do race performance. That's gonna be pretty good. And it's actually, yeah, let's take one away from the durability. I mean, we're buying plenty of parts already, so I do a normal approach because we don't have too much money. So there we go. Perfect, perfect. So let's go ahead and skip ahead yet again. We're gonna get that next design complete here soon. And let's check out our driver development update. Looks like our main, oh, nice. So Theo's already improved his reactions. Richard has not improved at all yet, but that is all right. And Zane improving quickly on the adaptability. So good to see. We're already making some improvements. And a new pit crew training regimen. So let's tab over here to attributes. So we got, we're coming up to that very first race weekend. So we don't want to push them too hard. I believe if we leave them as we are, I think we're going to be here. It's really tough to tell. But we want to improve our car building. So let's actually try a car building approach this time. But let's focus on the car release potentially. Or should we do a custom? Let's try this actually. Let's try a fatigue reduction and let's actually play around and add our own attributes. So we want to improve the used tire off and car release. So let's start with a day here. Let's do pit stop drill. Another pit stop drill. Let's focus on used tires off and then car release here. Perfect. Let's do another one here as well. There we go. That's what I like to see. So now we're starting to improve our attributes, but staying pretty balanced. So let's do that. Let's add another day here. Let's actually add a gym day potentially. Yeah, because the gym day is going to help our pit stop time. Let's add a gym day here. Let's add a gym day here. And let's add one more gym day here. And there we go. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty good lineup. So go ahead and confirm that. Jump back over to calendar. We'll jump ahead here to this next part design. Alrighty, let's check the inbox. Side pod design complete. Perfect. So we got a good amount of coin now. So we do want to think about manufacturing some of these parts so we can get them on the car. But do we want to, let's see, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 20 some odd days before the next ATR period. I think this is gonna be our best bet again. We gain 0.6 on that. Do balance. Everything's a bit better here. Let's just increase the drag reduction here, and I believe just leave it at that. Let's actually take one more. Boom, there we go. And we'll do 5 engineers. It's gonna take us, let's do an intense approach. So actually, let's do a normal approach. Yeah, let's just keep it normal here. And that should be good. Go ahead and confirm that. Alrighty. So let's actually double check here. The second chassis is going to be done before the first race. So we're going to want to manufacture that. Let's see. So we have second side pods, one on the floor, and the suspension. So let's go ahead and make some suspension components. I'm not sure how much more we're gonna make for the rest of the season, so let's just do 6 of them for right now. We'll have 2 before the race weekend, so we'll be able to put them on each of the cars. So let's do 6 components. So hopefully that should get us through the season. Famous last words, of course. And we can currently manufacture the first side pod design that we just designed, but since we are starting a third one, or I guess I should say a second one, it'll be the third component, or I guess the third iteration of the side pod. We'll wait to manufacture that, I believe, unless it's a real big buff. You know, I guess just go ahead and make 2. Let's just make 2 of these, so we'll have at least the better components on the car for the first race, and then we'll manufacture more of the better ones once they are developed. Or designed, I should say. And then, yeah, once that second chassis is done, we'll start getting that manufactured as well. So, pretty confident, hopefully, going into the first race here. Simone improving. Staff's making some improvements across the board. Gary, let's see it. Who else? Nobody. All right. That's good to see, though. Good to see. We got 2.4 left. Let's check our facilities. We obviously can't develop anything here. We're not going to refurbish any of these because we're going to want to try to upgrade these as quick as possible. Most likely starting with the design center because that's going to give us the biggest buff for design work. I believe, yeah. So the design center is going to be our biggest buff for sure. Let's check the staff facility. So we do got to refurbish this. We can't upgrade it. We don't have enough money, and it's pretty cheap to refurbish. So I guess let's do that because we don't want to upgrade this quite yet. And we can't upgrade the team hub, but that's okay. Let's see about the operation facility. Boardroom, not in good condition. Pretty cheap to upgrade, so let's go ahead and upgrade this actually. Might as well. Weather center, we're not going to upgrade that yet, but it is going to cost us. Let's actually wait on refurbing that. This is going to be something we probably want to upgrade. And the tour center is pretty cheap as well. So let's go ahead and upgrade the memorabilia room. And I suppose let's go ahead and upgrade the tour center as well. And that should take care of all of the facility upgrades for right now. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. Looks like we're going to have some parts being manufactured here soon. Sponsorship. We've identified a promising talent in F3 who could really benefit from some money. Of course, who couldn't? Female, looks like. Karen, or Karine, or Karine, or Karine. You know? Who knows? Seidel. She's a 19-year-old, it looks like. She could use some coin. She's gonna need 200 grand. You know what? It's gonna leave us 4 grand left. Why not? Why not? Let's be nice, you know. Let's be generous. Let's get some of that money back though quickly. We're gonna need it. So memorabilia room, excellent. Has been refurbished. Mark. Upgrade. Nice work, brother. Let's check our inbox. Memorabilia room upgrade and complete. Perfect. Let's check the calendar. What else was here? So we have some components that are manufactured. So let's go ahead and put them on Theo's car. We have 1 new side pod. Yeah, quite a big buff. So let's go ahead and put that on. Same thing with suspension. Swap out part 2. Let's put that on as well. And we'll back out. We'll jump, continue on here. Looks like the race simulator refurb complete. Nice work. Welcome to the 2024 season. Yes, we know some of these current parts are in low stock, but that is all right. Perfect. We're getting a much greater buff on the race simulator, so that's good to see. Let's go ahead and jump ahead. The boardroom upgrade has been complete. Side pods are done manufacturing. So that second one is done manufacturing, so let's go ahead and put that on the second car, because we're going to manufacture that third iteration once that is done in the design phase here shortly. Looks like, yep, right here, the 28th. So right before this second period starts, we're gonna have a new, that third side pod design. Yep, we know we have idle scouts, but that's all right. Let's check our post preseason testing. So not looking too good, actually. Our brake cooling is the worst in the field, so that's not going to be good. I wonder if that's definitely going to play a part in tire life, so maybe we need to start researching the suspension more towards the brake cooling aspect. We're not too great in the low speed, but we're a little bit better in the medium and high speed, so that's good. Our top speed is still not that great, but we do have some new parts on the car, but that I don't think were in effect for that session. So hopefully these parts that we're putting on are actually going to be a little bit better for us. So let's go ahead and jump ahead. And the second chassis has been designed. Nice work to see. So let's actually go ahead and get that manufactured as well. We have a little bit of money left. Let's see, 2 of these. Can't do 2 of them, unfortunately. The first one's not going to be done in time for the race. And we can't... Interesting, so we can't do that either. But I'm not going to do that. So we're going to have to wait a little bit until we can design this chassis. Or I'm sorry, manufacture the chassis, unfortunately. But that's alright. That is alright. Because we have just a few more days before that new ATR period starts. So I think that once that happens, we'll try to design a new suspension part that focuses on the brake cooling. Because I have a feeling that's going to affect our tire degradation performance. And the tour center has now been complete. The upgrade, that is. And round 1. 2024 season starting up soon. I'll go ahead and end this video here. Hopefully you kind of got a good idea, got a bit more familiar and comfortable with how kind of the in-between season action works. But I'll go ahead and end the video here, and I'll bring you back in when we start the first race, 2024 season. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.